Okay, so I'm here with Éabha Cruise, who's going to be coming who's going to be going to the upcoming IMMAF competition. She's no stranger to them. She's no stranger around the regional scene. How are you? Thank you very much for your time. And how excited are you for the upcoming competition?
I'm brilliant, yeah. Thanks for having me. I'm buzzing. Yeah, really, really excited for this one.
Yeah, no, it's a good competition. There's a good crew going over. I've got the list because I'm going to interview a few more people as well. But you're no stranger to these. You've been to these international competitions before. So is it easier going into this one after having the experience of the past ones?
Yeah, so like most of my career has been IMMAFs, made my debut on the IMMAFs, and now 6 out of 9 of my fights have been here. So because they're tournament style, like they're obviously different, and I haven't been to three of them. I've now learned some things that I'm taking into this one, that I haven't really taken into any other ones. Because it's tournament style, you can't prep who you're fighting. So in the past, I kind of just would have went in and had a fight, and out of the three I've been to, I've won one fight in all them, but I haven't gotten gold in any of them yet. So me switch now with this one and what I'm kind of taking with the experience that I have. Fuck the opponent. That's kind of where I'm going in with this. I'm focusing on what I'm good at. Because you don't have the time to prep, I'm kind of more so going in, having worked on what I know I'm good at and executing that. Do you know what I mean? Looking for finishes, but also about getting there, and kind of any way that it goes. I just feel like I have more answers now going into this one. And it's not so much about the opponent, it's more so about me and the work that I've done and what I know I'm good at, and to implement that on them.
Yeah, no, and I like that as well because when I talk to amateur fighters, I always ask them, do they look much into the opponent? Obviously, you don't have that choice, so you just get to
Yeah.
uh, work solely on yourself, what you're good at, and improving yourself. And we haven't seen you since I want to say September. So is that what you've been doing in the background while you haven't been fighting? And how has your progression come on since then?
Progression overall has come on a lot. This is that's like a mental kind of thing that I'm going in with. Physical in regards to drilling, what my strengths are, but more so on the physical side. I've taken on a lot of PTs now this year. So one big thing that I've never really done as consistently as I probably should have been over these years is my strength and conditioning. I would have done it, but now I'm backing it out about 3 times a week. I've actually two different strength and conditioning, one more for strength and the other one more so for conditioning. And I'm really seeing differences with that. Along with my cardio, running is another thing that I've not done as much of over the years. I would have done a lot of cardio over the years, more than strength and conditioning, but the cardio I would have been doing, which is still beneficial, is sprints or kind of machine work, so like assault bike rows and all that. But I'm finding the running really, really beneficial, really, really beneficial, and I'm doing that now 2, 3 times a week as well. So with those two things, since the start of the year, I've been really consistent with them, and I've really been seeing results with adding those two things in as well. So I'm just looking forward now to, with a mixture of everything, putting it all on display.
Yeah, like obviously you have the technical skills, you've been doing that the whole time, but adding
Yeah,
these to your game is going to help obviously with your gas tank and different
yeah.
things going into it as well. One of the things about these competition formats is the day and day way and day after another. How do you manage that? What's your weight? Do you have much weight to cut coming into it? Obviously, because it's day of, I wouldn't say there's that much, but how do you find the day by day?
It's definitely harder. It's definitely harder. And especially like that when you win the first one, and then you have to do the same then the next day. But I fight in the IMMAF flyweight 56.7. So I had been 62 and the past 2 weeks I've been cutting down on 58 now. So I'm only like 1 point something off, so I've not much to go at all. So I'm happy where I'm at. But yeah, I've started to cut earlier this time as well. This is another thing I'm actually doing different for this IMMAF. I would have dropped carbs a bit later on. Up about now, I would have kind of just like dropped carbs and started to get the weight down about a week out. But I want carbs up the days up until I fight this time. Not just like weigh in and get like your porridge or whatever. Like I want to have carbs uh the days leading up to a fight, not just trying to get the weight off quickly. So hopefully that will have a difference as well. starting it earlier.
And with that, how are you feeling now? Are you feeling better? And especially with carbs, because they kind of fuel your workouts and obviously they'll fuel when you're going in. Like, how do you feel now starting that earlier? Does it feel a lot better than you would have at this stage out previously when you didn't start as early?
Yeah, it's a bit of a mad one because like the way I would have done it in the past year, I would have had my carbs say up until about now, and then I would have started dropping them about now for the next week. But then I think maybe I would have been feeling that more so when it comes to day two and the fights. Do you know, when because it catches up on it, it can take a bit for your body to kind of get back to it and stuff. Do you know, they can be longer to digest, so porridge just isn't really enough. But up until now, I've been having carbs with doing the weight loss. I've been having carbs. I haven't dropped carbs. I did for a couple of days to get a bit down. But the past like 2 weeks, I've been having carbs, and I'm gonna be having carbs up until I fight and after the weigh-in. So I'm gonna have a lot more carbs in my system to fuel me this time. But now I do feel a lot better. Yeah, I know I'm gonna feel better in there compared to the way I was doing it the last time. Definitely.
Yeah, no, that's good because everyone says about cutting carbs, obviously they do it the week away. And for me, away in just sounds absolutely torturous. I couldn't imagine doing it, but it's what you love to do is fighting, and that's part of the game. But you've like we talked about, you've been to these competitions before. Do you prefer these type of competitions, or with the regional scene, is it you find it hard to get matched, or is it you like fighting in the tournaments because you're fighting the best of the best and there's less chance of a pullout then as well because of the tournament style?
Yeah, no, you've said it there. That's the big reasons why I do focus on these not to have pullouts, and you are getting the best, you know what I mean? You are getting like really you're guaranteed hard fights, and that's what I want. Like I've never taken an easy fight, and I don't want to ever take easy fights. Especially like amateur, if anything. Do you know what I mean? I want to get them in here because win or lose, it's all just experience. So I don't like taking easy fights, and you're not gonna get an easy fight at the IMMAF. Um and then, you know, to get the goals like that would set me up a lot for going pro as well. Like I do want a gold medal a lot. Like, you know what I mean? This is gonna be my fourth one now. I'm just chasing that goal, to be honest. Yeah, I do. I would like to be. This is gonna be the European, so that'll do.
But yeah, there is going to be, I'd say there's going to be four nations at one stage, and then the worlds are obviously going to come later in the year. They usually come around
November.
November. Yeah, they
Yeah,
usually come around November. I know during COVID everything got a little bit messed up and it was a little bit messy, but
yeah,
it seems to be back on track now. But how much do you love representing the country? Because you've gone out to this much, you go as a team. Obviously, you've got Northern Ireland and the Republic, but we all come together for this. Like, what kind of a
yeah.
feeling is that to come together and to go out represent your country with other teammates?
I just love holding the flag, to be honest. Like I really, really do. I even got it out there yesterday and I had it around me and all. There's just something so special about it, you know what I mean? Something so special. Like I'm really, really proud where I come from. And it's an honor for me to be able to represent my country on such a high level. And then yeah, it's great to go over with Team Ireland as well. And then you have the North mixing in now as well. So that is great to see. Like, yeah. So it's an honor. It's an honor every time.
Yeah, and obviously in the gym you're in SBG. You've got the likes of Danny, Dee Bailey, Sinead Kavanagh. You've got all these ladies that are in prominent promotions. What's it like being around these people and training around these people? Because obviously women's MMA is growing and growing as it goes on. What's SBG like at the minute with the bodies that you have to train with?
I love my gym, honestly. I really do. Recently we had a UFC number 14 flyweight in with us, training for a couple of times. But even aside from the girls that we get coming in, the girls that are there every day, you're always guaranteed to get someone. That's just a really, really high level. And every day I go in there, I'm challenged. And there's always more than one girl. Do you know what I mean? This is what I do love. Like I do think it's important for women to train with women. Not all the time, but I think it is important. Women fight different than men, they do. So yeah, no, I really do love my gym. Every day I'm pushed to my limits, and it's only gonna make you stronger, you know. It's only gonna make you stronger. It's like the fights that you take, you know what I mean? Putting yourself through these paces, it will only bring growth. So yeah, it's great training SPG.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic gym. You see between PFL, Bellator, everything that there's SPG everywhere, and it just goes to show
Mm.
that the levels there. And in my opinion, Danny should be in the UFC. I think
Yeah,
she's defended the
I
belt
think just on the way.
twice, so she should be. She should be. Well, talk to us about the growth of MMA. So, like when you started MMA, how many females was there compared to now? Have you seen it grow and evolve?
Defo, yeah. Like I'm 22 now, and I was 15 when I started. Like, and yeah, there really wasn't many at all. There's some that were knocking about at the start. Like I remember, my first actual like MMA fight was novice was Fia McGuire, and she's still she had a fight there a couple of months. She's still fighting. So there's a few that are still knocking about. But like then you're seeing girls in different parts of the country kind of just popping up out of nowhere, and it is great to see because I know how much the sports can change anyone's life, especially when you take it to this level and really just put your whole life into it. But yeah, female wise, definitely there is more and more coming on, and it's great to see.
Yeah, it is. Like I think it was Sarah Elliott Sheridan and Emer Darcy for me last year was probably the fight of the year. Obviously, Emer's
Yeah,
gone
that's
on
great.
to the Cage Warriors. Sarah's going to go on to big things as well. She's
Yeah.
got a good few fights as well. What's your aspirations? What do you want to get out of all of this? Where do you want to end up?
Um, the UFC is the goal, yeah. The UFC is the goal, but I want to enjoy the journey. Do you know the kind of way, like even now people do be saying to me, like, oh, you're not gonna go pro and all. Like, I don't want to rush anything, like, do you know what I mean? I'm happy with where I'm at the minute. There's still things I want to work on. I am still young. But I just want to enjoy the journey. Like I'm not in this really like I'm in it for passion. Do you know the kind of way? Like I really just love it. The USC is the goal, and I will get there, and I will make a mark on the biggest worlds. I'm constantly going to go up and up, but I just love training, and that's just what I'm going to keep doing. And I know by keep doing that and keep putting the work outside the gym, I think is what you do is really, really important. It's not just what you do in the gym. And I know what I'm doing outside the gym. So I think with two of those things, I'll get to where I need to be, where I'm supposed to be. That's where I'll end up.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that passion because a lot of people say I want to end up here, but people always say it's the journey to the destination that is usually
100%.
is the bit that if you enjoy the journey, the destination is going to be so much sweeter when you get there as well. And
Yeah.
you're only 22. When people are talking about going pro, it all depends on yourself. When you feel 22, you're still very, very young. Like, you know, the sort of way you've got so much ahead of you. And with obviously you're in this competition, there is the regional scene, there is a lot more girls popping around. So are you going to try and stay active this year? Because we do have a lot of shows on. You've probably seen yourself for the last 6 weeks. There's been shows nearly every
Yeah.
week. How do you feel
Yeah.
about having that many options? And are you looking to fight more in the regional scene after the competition?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Like, these IMAFs are great, but they're bloody fucking expensive as well. So, no, I definitely will. I'm actually matched for May 11th over in Scotland. So that's just under 5 weeks after I come back from the IMAF. So, I have a few days off, but I'll be going straight back into a camp then after that. So yeah, that's my goal, just to stay as active as I can this year. So my coaches know that I want to be getting matched on the regional scene as well. So yeah, definitely, I will be looking to get matched on them.
Yeah, no, there's a couple of shows in Scotland that have recently had Irish people over as well, and the
Yeah,
opportunities outside Ireland. How would you find that? Would you like to fight more in the UK and Scotland or England and Scotland and places like that and vary up? Because even though it is growing, you could end up. It's kind of a circle that there's only a certain amount of females that you can fight here. Would you be looking to fight abroad and stuff on their regional scenes as well?
well, this is it. Like, it's just about where can I get matched. Like, I'm not fussed really about if a fight in Ireland, Scotland, or England. Like, none of that really matters to me. I just want to get fights. And even when I got matched with this girl now in Scotland, my coach Dave said to me, he was like, Clan Wars are looking for you as well. And that's on the day after this one in Scotland. And he's like, do you want to maybe start looking for someone there? And I was like, you know what? No, I'll just leave it because I actually have a match for this one. So I'm just going to stick with this rather than possibly getting a match here. Like really, there's only two girls, three maybe in Ireland that I can think of to fight. So after this fight in May, I'm going to ask for them.
Yeah, so you're going to look because like that you fought quite a few girls on the scene anyways. that you're going to run out, and especially there might be new girls coming through, but you've an experience level that might be
But
great.
this is the problem, like, yeah, I have 9 fights now, and so it wouldn't be fair to have someone that only has like a couple, do you know what I mean? So that's when it's getting even trickier now at this level as well. When you have this amount of fights, people don't really, there's experience as well, do you know what I mean? So yeah, it does get trickier. That's why the IMMAFs are so good. But like I say, they're expensive. So it's just about staying active, and wherever that is, I'll go.
Yeah, no, and that's good as well. Like you said, they're expensive. Like to go there, a lot of fighters I've talked to have gone there previously said they're expensive. How, like, obviously, I believe you work full time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still, yeah.
Yeah, still. So, and how hard is that to balance? And then you're putting all your money from that to going there. Like, how tricky is it to balance?
Yeah, it's like my job is great now, in fairness. My job is great. Like it's in an office, but I'm in the office twice and I'm home 3 days, and like they let me work flexi time. So you know, I wake up, I work, and then I go training, and then I come back and I work, and then I go training. So I feel like I've gotten a routine going. And it is again just great that my job are so flexible and they do support me. But no, like even just now, like I'm just back from the office and it was a heavy day of like physical lifting and organizing stuff. So it is like, yeah, it is hard to balance it all, but it's just priorities, isn't it, really? Like, and just listening to your body, I think, as well, is another very important thing. Um but like that, it's not really like the physical stuff I done today, that's like once a month, do you know, the kind of way, like it's not overall a physical job, like it's a laptop kind of job. So yeah, that's another thing that I do think is a benefit with working full time. Like, you know, there is people that work full time, train full time, but they're doing like, you know, a lot of manual kind of stuff. And manual, like to me, could even be working retail because you're standing on your feet all day. You know what I mean? Like that could be full time, and that can be heavy as well. So I can't complain. They pay the bills. But yeah, also can't wait to not be working full time.
That is the dream. You see, there's some pro fighters that I know that still work full time, and I just think it's mad, obviously, that you go. But he says, I don't do it for the money. You do it, like you said, for the passion, and the job
Yeah,
is there to support that passion. And it seems like you've got a good routine and a good structure
yeah.
to what you're doing. But I'm going to let you go, but I want to wish you good luck. We're all going to be cheering for you. We're all going to be watching, and hopefully you can bring. We know you're going to bring home that gold, and then see what you're going to do on the regional scene. I want to thank you for your time. Is there anything you want to say before you go, or anyone you want to shout out?
Shout out to all my teammates. Really, really do appreciate them. And my family as well are very supportive. So yeah, grateful for them.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I
For
will probably be talking to you, or I'll be sharing stuff for you before you go away. So it was a pleasure as always, and I can't wait to see you compete again.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. See you soon.
See you soon. Thank you.